And welcome back to the Unfiltered Podcast. My name is the Keb.
I'm the Beeb.
I'm St. Joe.
Are you not into Hizzy anymore?
You know, the Hizzy was so 2021.
All right. Well, fuck all that. Okay. So I got to get into this real quick, or I'm never going to get into this. All right. So, St. Joe, I got something to tell you. And the reason I got something to tell you is because Beebs, he already knows this. All right. So let me ask you, before I get started, let me ask you a question. If you're chilling at like 9:30 on a Saturday night and you got the TV on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got the NBC going,
Mm-hmm.
and the Olympics are on, right?
Yep.
And there might be a term used loosely, sport on where people dance around on ice. Catch my drift?
Yep. Figure skating.
Am I the first person that comes to mind to ask if I'm watching that?
Probably not. No.
Okay,
No.
so I'm chilling, minding my own motherfucking business.
Actually, you're the exact person that comes to mind.
Right. So I'm chilling, minding my own fucking business. And I get a text on the Unfiltered Podcast group text page. Okay. It's 9:30. Now, that's not uncommon for those of you out there that are listening. That's not uncommon because we bullshit all the time. You know, it's some bullshit. If we can publish this shit, we going to jail. So, I'm there, and Beebs pops up. He texts. I see it. It says the motherfucking Beebs right across the thing. That's how he is in my phone, right? It says the motherfucking Beebs, right? And he says, and I quote, hang on, I gotta find this shit. Okay. Oh, triple so camel toe.
Triple sow cow, camel toe.
And I'm like, seriously, I had to take a double take, and I'm like, is Beebs watching porn? Is he watching?
Was that a haiku?
Is he watching porn? You know, and so I'm like, I said, not a sport. And he's like, it's figure skate. I know it's fucking figure skating. I'm saying it's not a sport. And now, that being said, I have nothing but respect for people who figure skate. That is a skill that I will never attempt because my shit will have a bloody nose. Been out. It's like if I ever got a lightsaber, I'm gonna cut something off of me, you know, if I have a lightsaber. But I was dumbfounded. I was like, Beebs, what do you want to talk about next? Basket weaving, knitting,
Yeah.
You know, how to mop the motherfucking kitchen.
To my credit, I didn't claim that it was a sport.
The perfect way to make a bed. Different brands of laundry detergent. What the best soap opera is. Best flavor of white wine. Best brand of tampon. I can keep going. I can keep going. Anyhow, it was just odd. I would think because like if I'm asking about figure skating,
dude,
look, man.
Well, I'll stop you right here. Man, you're a douche canoe.
I deserve that.
Yeah,
I deserve that.
It would have been awesome if he would have said like next on the ice, male figure skater dong dong.
Oh man,
dong,
dude!
dong.
I would have lost my mind if that was a real thing.
It would have been hilarious.
Anyhow,
dong trampoline star, now figure skater.
Mm-hmm.
To any of our listeners that think that is a fabricated story for entertainment purposes, I will gladly show you the text. Just remember, triple sow camel toe. You know, that might be, you might read that again somewhere, you know. But again, welcome to the Unfiltered Podcast. We're glad to have you along with us. We got a packed show tonight, or today, or whatever we're calling it, and we're glad you're along for the ride with us. And to get things kicked off, we're gonna kick it over to St. Joe for a little cup of Joe.
Yeah, well, starting out right out of the cannon, man.
Yeah,
starting off with a bang.
That's what the fuck's up, man.
Dude, he is like, dude, did you take like meth or something before this?
Not meth.
Like you are like on it.
Not meth. Might be yeah, this cup might have an adult beverage in it.
There's something in it. But well, we might as well just follow it up and get right into the thick of it.
Oh, shit.
boy.
Because I think this Cup of Joe is probably going to get Kev a little more fired up. So,
Bring it the fuck on.
here it is. I'm just going to read you something, and you tell me what you think it is. All right, Beebs, you like word. You're a wordsmith. So
Am I? I didn't know that. Okay.
yeah, well, with all your literal bullshit that you spew, you like being the wordsmith. So
I do like words.
all right, see
They
if you
mean
can
things.
figure out what this is the definition of. The suppression or prohibition of any parts of books, films, news, etc., that are considered obscene, politically unacceptable, or a threat to security.
There's a word definition. So the word, that's the definition of.
That is the word that is the definition of.
There's a word for that.
It is. It's a very simple word. It's
Not-
called censorship.
Oh, I was gonna say Nazism.
It's called some bullshit.
That's what it's called.
It's
That's what it's
called
called.
bullshit. That's
Yeah.
right. It's called censorship. And, because it's been a hot topic here the last couple of weeks, and our friend Joe Rogan has been the center of it. Censorship. Is it censorship that's going on, or is it what we've called, we talked about about a month ago or so, about the cancel culture that's going on? And what's the difference? So I think Kev probably has a really good opinion on this. But I think they're they're different but the same. What they're doing to Joe Rogan, I think they're trying to censor him, trying to get him off, and digging up as much dirt as they can on him to get him off. But they're also trying to cancel him at the same time. So
You're not canceling Joe Rogan.
they're not going to cancel him. There's no way. I mean, he's got 100 million followers, 100 something to that effect.
So every episode has 11 million listeners every episode.
Right. Well,
Andy pops out like 2 or 3 a week.
Right.
And I think the recent thing was like he was going to get paid $100 million to go to what was it, Rumble?
Yeah, he's already got a $200 million contract with Spotify.
Right. So what's the clause to break the contract with Spotify? That's what I want to
Right.
know. How much does it cost?
Well, they've already paid him. They've already paid him 100 million of it, right?
Right.
And if they want to
Exactly.
fire him, they got to pay him 100 million more. So they're
Exactly.
kind of
Right.
Did y'all read? Okay, before Kev, goes on his rant, did you all read the apology that Spotify wrote to?
I mean, it was ridiculous.
To its employees.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
If I was Joe Rogan, I'd just be like, "Oh, dude, my next episode is going to be amazing. We're going to talk about this. Like, seriously, like, we're going to invite somebody onto the show who is against censorship and against, and against, the First Amendment, right,
Yeah.
Geb?
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring someone onto the show that knows the Constitution and cares about it, and then we're going to talk about this, and we're going to make fun of Spotify. So that until they, if I were him, I would just make the angst grow until they had to pay me $100 million just to get out.
Well, I mean, they essentially did the same thing to Howard Stern, but I mean, it worked out pretty well for Howard Stern.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah, but Howard Stern is part of the crew trying to silence Joe Rogan,
which I don't understand, because that just doesn't make any sense to me, because Stern was like the trendsetter and all.
Well, no, that was kind of I mean, isn't that like totally hypocritical? I mean, like, it's totally
right,
yeah.
Absolutely hypocritical.
Of all the things, of all the people, he just needs to keep his mouth shut.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, the apology that you speak of for Spotify was about this as paper thin as the NFL apology to John Gruden and to the Brian Flores for saying, "Oops, sorry, we didn't hire you."
By the way, I think John Gruden's going to win that lawsuit.
Yeah, but Kev,
And Brian
please,
Flores probably.
the floor is yours on your opinion because I'm sure you have a few.
Here's a take that's not good. It's going to be unpopular as fuck with a certain crowd. Let me get this off my chest for the 1 millionth time. If you are a person who is, for lack of a better term, applauding artists who take down their content off of Spotify until Spotify disassociates themselves from a certain person, then congratulations, you are for censorship. And me and you can no longer be friends. First principle.
That's
now,
true.
That being said, I don't necessarily like Joe Rogan. You know, I only listen to his podcast when he has like big people on. Okay. Bill Burr, Ron White, people who I listen to. I've never found him that funny. I tried to watch some of his comedy specials. I just don't find him funny. I find him a hell of a UFC announcer. You know, that he's pretty entertaining doing that. I don't really care for what he has to say. However, for the millionth time, I do wholeheartedly believe in his right to say what he wants as long as it doesn't put anybody in danger. Now, one could argue that he was saying misinformation about COVID and that could put people in danger. And that's your argument. My argument is you want him gone because you just don't like what he's saying. And that, by definition, is censorship. And you are un-American. Move to fucking Russia. That's all I'm saying. Again, it's something that certain people don't like, so they don't like it, so they want to get rid of it. And I don't know how many times Beebs has said it, St. Joe said it, I've said it a million times. If you don't like what's on a certain channel, change it. Right. Change the fucking channel. That's what they made fucking clickers for. Or sorry, remote controls.
And it's all honestly, this whole debate started with what, Duck Dynasty, like a decade ago.
Yeah.
Right. It was the most popular TV show in the world, and they didn't like them because they prayed on the air or something. You know, like they didn't like them because, oh, well, they're Christians. Oh, and we're all of a sudden surprised that conservative Christians from Louisiana might have a problem with our non-conservative values, right? So we're going to cancel them.
Yeah, but along those lines, I didn't like a show called Amish Paradise because they don't know how to flick a fucking light switch.
Well, that's kind of the point, isn't it? Is like, if you cancel Joe Rogan for the things that he's saying, what's stopping, every single podcast out there that's saying something that someone doesn't like from being canceled? I'll give you for instance. Do you think Joe Rogan is the only one saying things about the vaccines the way he's saying them, those specific things? And if you're going to say what he's saying is dangerous or wrong, you got to come up with evidence that proves it otherwise. You can't just say it's wrong. Okay. You got to come up with evidence.
And the video that they released of him saying, a not so nice word out of context, they just, it's just him basically saying the word. If they were to take this program and pull all the crap that I say out of context, if we ever hit, how many episodes that we're going to have to fucking delete if Spotify ever gets around to giving us money to be on there.
Right.
And
the Beeb's point is exactly right. Is where does it stop? Where is that line that you draw in the sand and say,
no one's safe.
All right, here's where it is. It's impossible. There is no line. You can't do it.
Look, to Kev's point earlier about the not so nice word that they have like a montage of him saying, all he's doing is quoting a rap song.
Yep.
By that definition, you should then cancel every song that has that word in it. I don't care what color a person you are that's saying it.
Right.
It doesn't make it right. So if you're going to cancel one dude for saying it, it needs to be that way across the board. Right. So for me, this is all just nonsense. It's just a bunch of nonsense. And it's about people with their feel. Look, one of the things I learned something this week, Keb.
What's that?
I learned that it's pretty easy to win an argument if you silence the opposition.
Sure.
Right. I figure, how do I do that with my wife? Right.
You don't.
Then you get to be silent and she wins. Right. But but that's to the point, right? Is think of the worst regimes of all time in all of history. When I say the worst, I mean the most oppressive, the communist regimes, right? Or the Nazi regimes or the fascist regimes. They basically silenced all of their opponents until their voice was the only one being heard.
Modern day North Korea.
Right. And then what happens? 40 million people disappear. Right. How many people was it under Stalin? Like 25 million people under one person. I mean, come on. That's how it gets done. And you guys are pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Not you guys, but like anybody out there listening saying, he's saying something I don't want to hear, so he needs to be gone. You know what I mean? It's just nonsense. That's what it is. It's just nonsense. It's kids. It's just a bunch of adults who could never grow up. Either that, or they understand that if they can get us silenced, then they can say whatever they want now. Right.
Yeah.
If the opposition's gone, they can say whatever they want now, and there won't be any pushback. Right.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Well, and not to bring it, to a political discussion, because that's not what I want. We have. I think I can say without a doubt that I think that we have done a very good job of not being a political show. We are a podcast about nonsense. I mean, we are. We pride ourselves on talking about nonsense, and we are a perfect example of the censorship part of, and Kev has said it, Beebs has said it, I have said it over and over again. The show is called Unfiltered. It's, again, to Kev's point, if you don't like what we're saying and you don't agree with what we're saying, turn it off. Turn the channel.
Here's a big reason why I don't like to get political is because I just don't want to only piss off half the people. I want to piss off all the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm an equal opportunity offender, motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you half the people, you start getting political, and then they'll be like, "Oh, fuck you," and then you're in this room over here,
Right. So don't blow up the Twitter. Don't blow up anything on political comments, because we don't really care. And
those won't be.
We will address that to the nearest fucking brick wall, people.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Kev's comment will be,
go fuck yourself.
One last kind of iota to this. I don't really know. I mean, yeah, sure, it's like this political thing to say I don't agree with censorship, but I don't really think it should be. This whole notion is not political to me. It's nonsense. That's what it is. Right. And that's why we can bring it up and talk about it, because it's really nonsensical.
Yeah.
You're saying, okay, you're picking and choosing one thing over here, saying, I don't want you to be able to say this. Well, at the same point, if we look at you and say, well, I don't want you to be able to say that, and you're, still able to say it, we're not able to say it over here, but you're able to say it over here. That's not equal. It's not fair. And eventually everybody, if they go by that reasoning, will find out you got to cancel everybody. So it's just nonsense.
Yep.
Just if you don't like it, don't listen to it. That's just how it is. And we grew up on the playground this way, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
Yeah.
I just had to explain to my kid after his basketball game. Well, that kid told me like he was in tears because one of the kids on his team said, "You suck," as he's walking out the door.
Yep.
And I said, son, he's a kid. He don't know anything.
Yep.
He don't know anything. And what he says does not matter. Okay. It does not matter. Right.
Yeah. Well, tell him the next time the kid tells him he sucks, punch him in the nose, but you won't say it anymore.
Well, either that or show up on the basketball court and outplay him, because he's probably telling you that because
the voice of reason.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
I forget which movie it is, but it says it's Roadhouse. It's Roadhouse. I'll take a line from Roadhouse. It's every guy's like fantasy movie, you know.
Yeah, it's
When
the
Pat-
movie that, as Ron White says, it's the movie that bouncers watch, go home and beat off.
Exactly. But
Well, I've never
Patrick
watched it.
Swayze says, you know, when he's telling the 3 rules or whatever, and he says you got to be nice, take it outside, everything until it's time to not be nice. And the guy says, well, what if he calls my mama a whore? And he goes, well, is she? That's exactly what you got to say. You just got to look at it and say,
Somebody
"All right."
gets in your face and calls you a cocksucker. I want you to be nice.
Exactly.
When do we know? When until it's time not to be nice. Well, when is that?
Exactly.
I'll tell you.
When I tell you. That's exactly the best part. So,
I've never seen that movie, fellas, but now I
It's
kind of want to go see
such
it.
a
Oh
it's
my
such a B
gosh.
movie, but I guarantee you watch it, and every time it's on, you'll stop and watch it.
It comes
It's
on
such a
like
B movie.
TBS or Paramount or something. And I'm like, oh gosh, I'll sit and watch
Yeah.
it.
St. Joe, I gotta say, this has been a good cup of Joe.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, I don't
Worth
like to
talking
get
about.
controversial topics, but this one, since it's
Not
been
very
in
often.
the news and on, you know, everybody's mind, I figured,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
insane.
what the
Well,
hell?
there's a couple other things on people's minds.
I
I've
You
got
know
some
what?
things.
I think it's highly ironic that the Catholic guy doesn't want to get fucking controversial.
Oh boy. Really?
I think that's funny.
I mean,
Ah,
it's always got to go back to that.
Oh,
doesn't
you
it,
fucking
Kev?
right. You fucking
yeah.
right.
Always
It's-
got to come up.
It's like this big circular
Hey,
Yeah.
let me ask you. You know,
return.
speaking of that, I still haven't found out what Jesus' sign is.
Oh, the guy told us on Twitter. He said
No,
Jesus is a
no,
Taurus.
He goes. He asked. He asked.
Hey, who said that? Who said that?
St. Joe, why you have holiday? I need to know about that, man.
That was so good,
Beeb,
dude.
Let me, since you're gonna go into things you might learn here, Beebs.
For those of you that don't
Let
know
me-
what we're talking about, apparently appearing on Twitter this week is a podcast reviewer, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't
And,
even know if that's really what he is. I think he's just
And anyhow, he reviewed this program, and it was mildly amusing. I guess
we got 5 dragons, whatever the fuck that means. what? I mean, I love it. I think it's
when
great.
he said that, I was like, 5 dragons. They were great.
I mean, I love it, but I mean,
when he asked you if you had why you didn't have your own holiday, I almost lost it.
I mean, I need to know. I mean, I know, being Catholic, I do know about St. Joe, and I know last year was the year of St. Joe. I almost responded to that and said,
I had a
"Dude, you
year.
just missed out. I had the whole year, but I didn't want to, but you just missed out on the whole year, buddy." But,
Hashtag Jesus is a Taurus.
He did. He hashtag Jesus is a Taurus, which was unbelievable. I loved it. And,
Dude, that was great.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
That
It
was
was
good.
he did like review quite a few different pods, and if you haven't seen it, please check it out because his reviews are freaking gold. They are some nuggets which are just they're funny.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I learned that apparently there's some holidays out there that I need to do some research on. So I might need
Yeah.
to learn stuff. But
Yeah.
Beeves, what'd you learn this week?
Well, I was wondering if maybe we should start calling this the more you know with Beebs.
Oh,
But
okay.
I wonder if
like it.
if that is trademarked or copyrighted or
I
something.
think
gives a
NBC has it. You know.
Who gives a
Probably,
shit?
but
Yeah.
You know the
And-
furly thing for Kev is probably trademarked.
If you're gonna do that shit, do it right. You know, it's boulder. Come on,
So,
man. I've been doing that since I was like 4.
The first thing I learned this
What's
week
that?
is that the Swedish meatballs at SC Grocers do not count as Swedish
No.
meatballs.
No, they
any
don't. And I'll
store-bought-
tell you why.
And I also learned that if you take a picture of said SE Grocers Swedish meatballs and send them to the Keb and say that you found his food group, he'll get angry.
I didn't get angry. It's just, and maybe I'm liking it to how you guys feel about it when I bring up the pedophiles. I mean, the Catholics, and and so I've been trying to lay off the Catholics, and and so, but if you could find something else that's Swedish other than the meatball, because the meatballs are like the best part of Sweden. You know what I'm saying?
I have some other things that I learned.
Like if you fucking with the meatball, like them's fighting words. It's like pizza with Italians.
I also learned that it's impossible to put your Swedish furniture together on my own.
See, that's just racist right there. you know what I'm saying? That's just nonsense. That is how in Sweden, that is how we learn whether or not we can marry somebody. Is it they put you in a room, they lock the door, they put a chest of drawers together from IKEA. If both of you are still alive at the end of that thing being put together, you can get married.
You're ready. Awesome. That's a great joke, dude. That's so good. You can get I got to write that down after this. Anyway, so a good one. So moving on to something I actually learned this week. And this is a very serious thing. My son taught me something yesterday morning as I was getting ready for work. That if you buy, I will not name the grocery store where we got this and their carton of milk, but if you buy, say, the cheapest carton of milk you can find, if you then grab said gallon of milk and drag it kind of at a weird angle off the shelf in slow motion, it'll crack open and then spill all over the ground. And so I learned that if you're an 11-year-old, it's impossible for you to then lift that gallon of milk off the shelf. You have to drag it. And then it's dad's responsibility to clean it up. I didn't know that. I didn't know that when someone spills a gallon of milk on the floor, it's always dad's job to clean it up. That's the thing I didn't know. Also, you can really break those cartons of milk really easy. That's something I didn't know. Ever had that happen, Kevin?
Hang on one second. Did you just say that is the dad's job to do that shit?
Yeah, when mom's gone.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe I missed that.
But most of the time for me, it's even when mom's around. So
why wouldn't it be your kid's job to clean up the mess that he made?
Right. It was also his job, but I was too busy trying to funnel the gallon of milk into the sink so that it wouldn't, the rest of it wouldn't go all over the place.
Sure.
So his job then became to try and get as many paper towels as he could as quickly as he could, and then drop them on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, I then tried to dump what was left into an old milk carton.
So this was at your house, not at the store.
This was Monday morning. And we were late. Okay. We were late. So anyway, so I learned that. That's a fun one that I learned. But along the political lines.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not political. Well, sort of political. Not as much as I learned some new things about COVID. Especially like I learned that as long as you have the mask in your hand, you are immune from giving COVID to someone.
See, that's that bullshit right there. Okay. That's like saying that's that bullshit right there. I ain't letting this off, you fucking mask people. Okay. Number one. Okay. So if you have to work, if you like work in a hospital or school or whatever, you got to wear the mask, just fucking hit 30-second thing right now. You know what I'm saying? Or 15 seconds. I forget what it is. It's different on all platforms. But Anyhow, so if you're holding a motherfucking mask or have it down or what, just take it the fuck off. Okay. And number two is it's like in a restaurant where you're like walking through and they're like, you got to wear the mask. And they're like, why? And then once you sit down, hey, you can take off the mask. So COVID exists there, but not here.
Right.
You know, or I got to walk to the bathroom. I got to put the mask. You know, this is why I'm proud to be a Floridian, because there are no fucking laws here. You know, anything, it's fucking anarchy as fuck down here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you would think,
and everybody might make fun of us, but guess what? They can vacation down here, right? They come to motherfucking Disney World.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, if you don't like us and you talk shit about us, stay the fuck out.
Well, anyway, that was what I learned. Was as long as you're holding the mask in your hand, you're okay. And then number two,
man.
Then number two, you cannot spread COVID if one, you're holding your breath, and two, you're standing next to Magic Johnson.
Look, look here. If you're talking about that fat whore, okay, this is the same bitch that had the contingent of people to kick the motherfucking All-Star game.
Oh no, this is not. That's not. Wait.
I'm talking about her here, real quick.
Well, no,
real quick.
She's gonna be getting a moment here.
Dumb bitch.
She's gonna be getting a moment here because she taught me some stuff too. But this was actually the mayor of L.A. who
LA doesn't count though. It's in
California.
California.
With Magic
it's not
Johnson,
like a real place.
And they asked him why he didn't have his mask on, and he said, "I held my breath the whole time."
Yeah.
and Magic Johnson somehow got away unscathed because he's HIV positive and he didn't have a mask on for any of it, and no one ever asked.
He's HIV positive allegedly.
Sure, but nobody even asked about Magic. So if your name is Magic Johnson, which is like Kev's favorite porn name, you cannot pass COVID. You cannot catch COVID. No big deal. No need for a mask.
Well,
everybody around you is also immune.
He's immune to a bunch of different things. So for Magic, I mean, he's covered.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. No, I'm not going to talk bad about Magic because I think he's probably on the right side of this. Like, I don't know if I've seen him wearing a mask at all, but like, if your name's Magic Johnson and you are, or if you're the mayor of LA, or if you're the governor of California, I guess the rules just don't apply, do they? Now,
maybe not.
Along those lines, I also learned over the weekend, and Kev, this is where it gets good.
Okay.
I learned that it's okay if you are, it's okay to give children COVID, but only if you're a diabetic, obese woman. Who,
translation, sugar-filled fat whore.
but also it's okay only if the children wear masks, so they won't give you COVID. But you don't have to wear a mask because it's okay to give them COVID.
Because you're a sugar-filled fat whore that got the All-Star game kicked out of Atlanta in the city that you live in, you dumb bitch. I'm not bitter though.
Kev, I was so happy to set you up tonight because I knew that you would have something to say about that, and then you tried to ruin it.
Sorry,
but there's a little bit more that I learned.
Okay.
I learned that if you're that if you have been irrelevant for a decade but you turned 80 and you're still a dirty hippie, that you can twist Spotify's arm and get other people canceled.
Yeah.
They should have known that he was trouble when Leonard Skinner started singing shit about him.
Yeah.
You know? And if you don't know, look at the lyrics of Sweet Home Alabama. It's only Leonard Skinner's fucking most popular song, arguably, with all due respect to Freebird.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did find it ironic that Mr. Diamond is so adamant about the vaccines, yet he was so adamant about trying to cancel the mechanisms which
Did you say
created-
Mr. Diamond?
Yeah, is
I
it
think you meant Neil
No,
Young. Neil
Neil
Young.
Young.
Neil
Sorry,
Young.
Mr. Young. Sorry, I get
Yeah.
the two mixed up.
Neil
sometimes.
Diamond is Sweet Caroline.
Not
Yeah,
not Neil
Rosie.
Diamond. Neil Young.
On the
he
boats
was-
and on the planes.
A
If you
much
guys
better
remember,
Joe.
Neil-
to America.
That's right. If you guys remember, Neil Young was totally against all of the biotech industry back in 2015, 2016. But the biotech industry is what created the current vaccines that we have.
Because he's a tree hugging hippie fuck.
So that all that said, as long as you are in agreement with certain people, they don't care what you did 5 years ago or 10 years ago.
No.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All sorts of things that I didn't know tonight, fellas.
Cool. Anything else you didn't know?
Well, there's lots of things I don't know, but I'll bring more to the table next week. That
Yeah, I
really
like
start-
that segment. I like that segment. But okay. Before we're on again, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I thought we should talk a little bit about Valentine's Day and yeah, a lot of people ask me why me and the soon-to-be world famous wife seem to have a great marriage. Those same people usually wind up asking me how the fuck she puts up with me. To answer both questions, patience. A lot of patience. Also, I don't fuck up on purpose, like downplaying things that my wife likes, like fabricated holidays that were created for the sole purpose for Hallmark and restaurants to make money, more than they already do.
Mhm.
However, batteries and razor sales are up this time of year as well, but for other reasons,
Mhm.
but still associated with Valentine's Day. So I've come up with some pointers
Oh
Okay.
boy.
for some guys that maybe, just maybe, you can get laid and not sleep on the couch. Okay. These
Oh,
are
boy.
Kev's
I'm looking forward to this.
rules for Valentine's Day. Number
Oh,
one,
yeah.
it's a big deal. So whatever you do, don't ignore it. I know it's hard, but don't
That's-
ignore it nonetheless. Brandon, Beebs,
Yeah,
I know it's hard.
that's what she said.
There you go.
It's
It's called a setup, people.
unbelievable.
Number two, you should get her a card. Write something in it. Make it as sweet as you can. In some circumstances, lie. Surprise her with something. Anything. Women love surprises. Last year, I wore some silk underwear. It's the little things. Be mushy. Do you guys know what that means?
I have a general concept.
Okay. Be mushy, extra mushy. Lay on the I love yous. Lay on the I love yous and thick and often. If she's working, send her flowers at work. All the other women, you guys know this, all the other women she works with will be getting them. You better make damn sure that she does too. Be romantical, if that's a word. Take her out to dinner. Make her dinner. Buy her a bottle of wine. Build a fire. Draw her bath. You get the idea. So I felt that I needed, because you guys are my friends, my partners, my cohorts, that I was going to explain Valentine's Day a little better and get you guys a gift at the same time. So St. Joe,
Oh dear God.
Yes.
remember
God.
earlier today when I said that I have an ancient Chinese secret for you?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Do you remember that?
This has been for hours here, St. Joe. You
Okay,
better watch
so-
out, man.
to give everyone another perspective on Valentine's Day, I've asked for a little help from someone who's a professional reviewer.
I love it.
A man who has become a pseudo celebrity on Twitter this week, especially in the indie podcast community. Multiple, that means more than one, St. Joe, multiple podcasts have asked him to be a guest on their show, but he agreed to us first earlier today.
Oh my!
He has agreed to give us 10 minutes because he has, quote, shit to do. So to give our listeners some help from his extensive knowledge in reviewing movies and podcasts, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big unfiltered welcome to, you know what? I'll just let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Hello, asshole. You guys hear me?
We hear you great.
Hello. Hey, it's Roger Wright. Roger Wright, LL, 2 L's from the Twitter. How are you people?
Fantastic.
We're good.
We're doing great. Thank you for joining us. I know we just got a few minutes. Hey, can we ask you some Valentine's Day questions since you're a big time reviewer?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, let me ask you this. What is the best Valentine's Day movie to get the significant other in a romantic mood?
Oh, movie. You my kind of guy. Okay. So best movie, in my opinion, is the movie, the one with the lady. She go interview the guy. He in the praise, but he liked the lady. He liked the lady quite a bit. She very pretty lady. He cook her exotic meal. He very older gentleman, very polite and friendly. But he can't read where he at. I think you know the one I talk about?
No.
No, I can't think of the name. The Sirens of the Rams.
I was gonna say I was gonna say Hannibal. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
That guy, yeah.
He wrecked her, yeah.
My wife, she write the part about the lotion in the basket.
Yes, he puts the lotion on his skin, or he gets the hose again.
So, Roger, speaking of your wife, real quick, what is the perfect Valentine's date?
Oh, the perfect dinner date. Probably dinner. Yeah, my wife, she write the pad thai. She write the Thai food. She
You mean like Thailand, like Bangkok?
Yeah, like Bangkok, exactly, big boy. You know, she write the bean sprout. You know, with the how you say soy sauce.
That's the Kev's favorite move. It's called the bean sprout.
Okay. I don't talk to you. I talk to the Kev. So the pad thai, yeah, she write that. She write the sesame oil and the noodle and whatnot. So perfect dinner date. Probably Outback Steakhouse. Fuck that bitch. I don't really care what she write.
Love it.
So, Roger, if one doesn't have a date, what dating app should they use to find one?
Oh, dating app. See, dating app very different here. It's a lot different here. So I think the one that probably the most similar is the one with the animals.
The animals. The animals. What
is that?
Animals. The one with the animals.
Aminos. Yeah,
animals.
The cow and the chicken.
Animal. Okay.
Yeah,
Is that
with the
like,
chicken and the cow.
Mostlyfarmers.com or something like that.
No, farmer only.
Farmersonly.com.
Like
yeah.
Farmersonly.com. Yeah.
It's very different here. And where I come from, it's just rice.
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh.
So
I love it.
So, and I'm going through. I know we only got a few minutes. What is the best Valentine's Day present that you like? You like?
Oh, Valentine present. See, for Roger, it's bro job. Next question.
So, do you have a favorite Valentine's Day treat? Like a lot of women, they like chocolates and stuff. Do you have a favorite?
Treat. It's like a chocolate.
A what?
Yeah.
Like a chocolate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still bro job actually. Next question.
What a lot of people they say, will you be my Valentine? And will you be my Valentine and stuff like that? Is there a certain celebrity that you would want to ask to be your Valentine?
Oh, that's very easy one. That's the lady with the big rib. You know who I talk about? She very
big
famous.
rib?
She and the big ribs, yeah, on her face. She had big ribs. She the one in you see the new Marvel movie? You like the Marvel movie?
Spider-Man?
Yeah, like Scarlett Johansson.
No. She the lady. She played a Greek goddess lady, but her name wrong. It's like have a A at the front, but not
Angelina
in the
Jolie.
movie. Oh, Angelina Jolie. Yes, that's the lady.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
Angelina
your
Jolie.
person? All right.
Angelina Jolie. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Excellent.
Last question. We thank you for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Do you prefer red lipstick or pink lipstick on women?
What?
Red lipstick or pink lipstick on women?
Red lipstick or pink lipstick? This is a silly question, Decab. It's all the same when the lights go off.
Oh man, that's what I call coming on strong right there. That's 5 dragons. That's 5 dragons.
Yep. I give those answers.
Yep, 5 dragons.
That's good. I grad. Hey, asshole, when you give me my money?
What?
Well, you tell me I get $500 if I
Wait, hey, you're breaking up. You're breaking up real quick. You're breaking.
No, you say 500.
Oh, that's enough of Roger there, and we want to thank Roger Wright for coming on with us. And again, you can find him at Roger Wright somewhere on Twitter. I don't know. And we thank you for coming on.
That was awesome.
That was like
Chinese secret.
That was awesome.
Oh my god, that's crazy! I can't even believe that.
That's Roger there for you. So
that is hilarious. That is hilarious. That's awesome. I can't believe that. That's funny. You know what? Strangely, sound a little bit like Ken Jeong.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I like it.
Do you think I have the fucking buying power to get Ken Jeong on this program and not tell you it's Ken Jeong?
Very funny though.
Kev, I would like to tell you that was probably the funniest freaking surprise that I did not expect that at all.
Man. I mean, Jesus, what's your favorite treat? Blowjob. Next question.
No, bro job. When he said bro job, I was like, are you saying bro job?
That is awesome.
So for those of you out there in the indie podcast community that are wondering if he is a real person, he is very fucking real.
I mean, I need to know where he is, because that right there.
Well, let me explain to you how it all went down. Okay.
Yeah.
So I see these tweets. I'm not going to name names, but I see these tweets going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I'm like, you know what? We just go, we've been talking about who we're going to have in future episodes. You know what? We just going to take a shot at this clown, because curiosity, I guess, had gotten kind of the better of me.
Right.
And I saw him doing the reviews and all the good stuff. And I'm just like, this can't be real.
Right.
This can't be real. So as you guys know, I'm very well versed in the direct message feature on as Roger says, Twitter.
Mhm.
And yeah, he responded. If you guys want to see the DMs, they're all legit. And
you know, I like the most.
what
He just kept calling you by your first name.
asshole?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's hilarious. I mean, that right there, man. I mean, that's like 10 minutes of gold right there.
Where's my $500?
I mean, that makes the legend. I don't care if this is a stick for somebody, whatever. That makes it even more of a legend right
Oh.
there.
We'll call it the
Because-
legend. We'll call it the Legend of the Five Dragons.
The Legend of Five Dragons right there. Because that's the name. You know what? That right there is the name of the episode. The Legend of Five Dragons, right?
I mean,
Because, I mean,
you know what? I agree with you right there, because before that happened, it was gonna be triple Sal Camel Toe.
man.
You know,
man.
so Beebs, you're off the hook, dog.
Oh, I
I
appreciate
think
it
it's
very
got to
much.
be by far the name of the episode has got to be the Legend of Five Dragons, because that was golden right there, man.
Well, I don't know how the fuck we could follow that.
Well,
But
yeah,
I,
I mean,
I
do you
do
have a
have a
stupid
stupid
tweet of the
tweet of the week.
Wait, are we skipping? That was obviously story time there, but
I
did we-
didn't go through all these goddamn tweets to skip fucking stupid tweet of the week, man.
wait, didn't you already read stupid tweet of the week? Oh no, that was stupid text of the week from Brandon. Our Beebs early in the morning. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right,
That
stupid
wasn't
treat.
early in the
Blow
that
job,
wasn't early
next
in
question.
the
Oh, you mean like a chocolate? Oh, okay.
morning. Still bro job.
Oh man, we're gonna be cool. I'm gonna tell that for the next couple of days. I'm gonna be saying something like that. That's gonna be my answer.
when I go to usually I don't listen to the entire episode. I listen to see if the sound quality is good, and then I
Yeah,
usually
yeah,
turn
yeah.
it on to more entertaining thing than listening to us. And not that we're not entertaining people, we're damn entertaining. And but I'm just gonna fast forward to that part,
Yeah,
in the morning.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Stupid
Yeah,
tweet of the
that's
week
what-
brought to you by the Stupid History Minute. A lot of episodes streaming wherever you download podcasts. They're a minute long, and due to popular demand, I've removed the motherfucking ads. Okay. So there's not 10 minutes of ads, then 30 seconds of fucking content. So no ads on the stupid. I'm doing it for, the out of the goodness of my heart. Anyhow, Beebs, this one's for you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
All right. This chick, I love it when people get shit wrong. And I love it when people get shit wrong that I know nothing about the subject, next to nothing, but I know it's wrong. Okay. So this chick, she fancies herself a soccer fan.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
And she says, and I quote, if the goalkeeper is allowed to pick up the ball, then why doesn't he just pick it up and run across the field to the other goal? Is he dumb? Is he dumb?
Wow.
Were there comments? That's what I want to know.
No comments on this one.
Oh,
Yeah, this one was a pretty fresh one when I got to it. So
yeah.
again, if the goalkeeper is allowed to pick up the ball, then why doesn't he just pick it up and run across the field to the other goal? Is he dumb? That's the stupid tweet of the week.
Man, I'll tell
Brought
what,
to you by the Stupid History Minute, 70 episodes. Download them wherever you download podcasts. Any parting thoughts, gentlemen?
I just wonder why the goalkeepers haven't thought of that before.
I'm pretty sure they have.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's like a box they're not allowed to run out of.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that true?
Uh
Why are you asking him soccer questions?
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I promise I won't elaborate, but thank you for the gift today, Keb. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know how we're. Oh, you know what? We didn't talk about the Super Bowl.
Oh
it's
yeah,
coming
let's
up,
do this real
uh,
quick.
Oh,
Let's
better
do
get
this-
some picks in, huh?
Yeah, let's get some picks in. Okay, the spread is LA by 3. Who you
Okay.
like against the spread, St. Joe?
Did you say the spread is LA by 3?
No, yeah, LA by 3.
Okay, all right.
LA
All right.
minus the
Oh,
3.
sorry, I missed. I had Rogers still in my head.
He did
okay.
what?
What? You said what? LA by 3, huh? I think it's gonna be more than that. I'd take the over, the Rams and over.
So you think the Rams are gonna win by more than 3?
Yep.
Okay, Brandon, Beebs,
I do not.
do you think LA is gonna win, just not by 3, or do you think the Bengals are gonna win?
My prediction is that the Bengals will win by like 1 or maybe not 1. How about 3 in overtime?
Overtime? You like overtime?
It's been a thing, hasn't it?
It
I mean,
has
it's
been a
the
thing.
whole playoffs thing.
It has been a thing.
It'd be quite a moment to have a Super Bowl going to overtime.
I think that I'll take the Bengals by 1 on a game-winning kick in regulation by Evan McPherson, the University of Florida Gator.
Interesting.
But it would not surprise me if the Rams kick the shit out of them.
Yeah.
If it's a blowout, it's the Rams way.
I mean, if you're going by the lineups, yeah, the Rams.
Yeah, a
They
couple
got
things.
quite a team.
Couple things to watch in that game: Jalen Ramsey versus Jamar Chase,
Right.
Yep.
and the LA defensive line against the offensive line that gave up 9 sacks against the Titans.
Yeah, that might
Right.
get ugly.
Right.
You're
That might
talking
get
Von
ugly.
Miller. You're talking Aaron Donald.
Yeah, when they went and got Von Miller, I kept thinking, well, they're probably going to go to the Super Bowl now.
Yeah. They got
Here they
that's
are.
That's a lot of pressure on your quarterback.
Playing at home.
Lots.
All right.
Yeah.
One other question.
Yeah.
Quick question here.
Go for
You
it.
think Tony Baselli gets in?
I do.
6-time up. He's been out of the league now for about 16 years. 6th year in a row he's eligible.
I think
it
he
might
gets
be
it.
the 6th time he's been a finalist.
Oh,
I looked at the other players. I mean, up against what it is, I think this might be his year.
We'll find out Thursday, like as in not Wednesday, but Thursday, because that's what the
Correct.
NFL honors is.
Yeah, that's the honors, and we'll find out. I mean, they announce it. I mean, we'll find out Thursday morning. I would think that it's all going to be all over the news, but yeah, I think he's in.
all right.
I
Well,
think so too.
here's a debatable question that I thought one of you would bring up about the Super Bowl.
Oh, great, because I'm a master debater.
Yeah.
Blowjob. Next question.
Should the Super Bowl ever be held at a home venue of one of the teams in the game?
Well, it is.
I know it is, but should it? Like, do you think that that's fair, unfair? Do you think it should be a neutral site no matter who's in the game?
Well, it's held because of where it is, because of the weather, typically. I mean,
Right. So, like, should they have alternate venues in case one of those teams ends up in
No.
the Super Bowl?
no. I mean, if you're good enough to get back to where you are and the home happens to be where it is, then
Well,
great.
I'll give you a for instance. Like, LA gets to stay home, sleep in their own bed all week.
Yep.
And Cleveland has to travel to LA.
Cincinnati.
Sorry, Cincinnati. My bad. Sorry. It's 10 o'clock. Anyway, so Cincinnati's got to, they trained last week, I assume, probably in Cincinnati. And then this entire week they've been training in LA. So they have to
Right.
travel away from home while the other team gets to stay at home and sleep in, have their own, their own regular everyday lives. You know what I mean? While the other team has to be away from home. So it's kind of, for me, it's a home game.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I think they should do. I think that they should bounce in between 2 neutral sites. Okay. In Pasadena, there's a place called the Rose Bowl where no NFL team plays. Now UCLA plays there, but no NFL team plays there. You could host it there. And then the East Coast people are going to be like, man, fuck you, man. So you could have it, you could renovate a stadium and put it in Orlando, Florida.
I'm just surprised they don't play it in the Cotton Bowl.
You know,
No NFL teams play in the Cotton Bowl.
the Cotton Bowl's fitting to fall down, dude.
No, it's not. I've been in it.
Okay. The Cotton Bowl is old.
It also holds 100,000 people.
Well, so does the Rose Bowl.
Right. So I'm saying that could be your other neutral site.
Why would you have it in Texas? It gets cold there.
Okay.
It does get cold there.
It does, but
Are you saying that it's warmer in Texas than it is in Orlando?
no. Well, I mean, might be today, but I'm just saying that could be a neutral site venue. I would also say, like, I honestly feel like the NFL has enough money they could build a neutral site field somewhere
and just have one game a year in it.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. They could have college bowl games in it or have neutral site college football games in it.
Maybe they get with the NCAA and build a championship venue and just have the playoff games, the national championship game, and the Super Bowl there.
That's forethought. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like, that's what would make sense, wouldn't it? So there isn't a home team. It's dead center of the country or wherever you want to have the neutral venue.
Or maybe we just play the Super Bowl in fucking Soldier Field because there's no fucking way that the home team will be in the Super Bowl.
They could play it in Jacksonville.
That's
easy.
True.
Easy. We got a new coach. We'll say to June.
Yeah, I like the Jacksonville venue because they pull up cruise ships.
They're never going to play, they never have to worry about a team being on the field there. So, yeah.
You know what?
Problem is there's nowhere to stay around here. But when Shad Khan gets that 5 seasons,
I can't wait until the fucking Jaguars play the motherfucking Bears. Yeah, we're gonna Trevor Lawrence on your shit.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll look for that game next season.
I don't think it's gonna be a couple seasons when the AFC South plays the NFC North.
Yeah.
Nice to know that we built a new rivalry on the podcast tonight. You guys got anything else?
No, where can they find you, St. Joe?
St. Joe UNF podcast. No, St. Joe UNF pod. Jeez.
Beebs?
It'd be Beebs at Beebs UNF pod.
And I'm Keb Lives, KEBLIBES. We're on the mothership on Twitter at UNF Pod. We're at UNF Pod on Facebook, UNF Pod on TikTok, UNF Pod everywhere. We want to thank our special guests, Roger Wright. He is I just had to look it up. It's at Roger Wright LL. And I just got that, by the way. And if you don't get that, come on down to Jacksonville and I'll have St. Joe come over and thump you on the head because you are a fucking moron. Anyhow, for St. Joe, for Beebs, my name is the Keb. We will catch you guys next week.
Catch you on the flippity flop.